Alright, so I'm not sure if this is the corniest looking shot ever because there's flames in the background, but I promise you in real life it looks so rad. And I want to talk to you in this video about 3 unknown steps to visualizing and feeling it before you have it so you can have it manifest in your life. And I'm going to give you a serious real life example of how this just happened to me. Right now I am in this beautiful work retreat Airbnb at the top of Haleakala Mountain in Maui, like the most amazing, beautiful place. And I used to visualize this every single day to like go by myself on work retreats and meditate and work and do all these things. But the reality was I couldn't afford it and I had no progress at all. But I was visualizing and I did it a certain way, and I want to share with you how you can, whatever it is that you want, how you can visualize it into existence. So never mind the corny shot. In real life it looks really cool, I promise.
If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video.
Step number 1, see it. Seems like that's an obvious step number 1, right? See it. But most people use their sight in the absolutely wrong way totally. What they do is they only see what's in front of them. If you allow your eyes to direct what you see, then all you're going to do is reinstill in your consciousness everything that's around you right now. And the problem with that is if you want to create something different or something more, you actually have to relinquish what your eyes are telling you. So if you look around in your room right now and you see, right, you're actually seeing things. And if you close your eyes immediately thereafter, you could probably call up onto the screen of your mind the same images that were in front of you, right? So here's what I want you to do real quick. Just close your eyes right now. And I want you to imagine the room that you're in with your eyes closed. Or the car, or whatever, wherever you are. I want you to imagine it with your eyes closed. Comment down below, I can see clearly now. Comment that down below, I can see clearly now. And what I mean by that is you could see clearly with your eyes closed, right? You could see it. So that was your current reality. And then when you understand that the way that visualization works, so your entire reality is a projection off of the way that your brain is wired. There's a term in neuroscience called Hebb's law that says that brain cells that fire together wire together. So your brain habitually wires in a certain way, and that's going to create your reality. It's going to create your financial results. It's going to create your health. It's going to create your career. It creates your life. And if you can rewire that, you can change your life. And so the way to do that is to, the same way that I said, now imagine your room with your eyes closed. What you'll do instead is imagine the room that you want to be in. It may not be the room that you're in now. So step number 2, how to feel it before you have it. So that's my shot right there. See, I told you it looks cool in real life. It might look cheesy otherwise, but it looks cool in real life. That's where I'm sitting. So I wanted to take you outside for this one. So how to feel it before it happens. So this is my view on my work retreat. How do you go from paying for an Airbnb for a vacation for yourself that costs more money a night than you used to make in a month? How do you do that? How do you feel that before it's happened? So the question is, what does wealth feel like in this instance? What does abundance feel like? So that's literally going into your body and saying, what does it feel like? Close your eyes right now. And whatever it is that you want, what does it feel like? What does the essence of it feel like? Because if you can't even feel it, there's no way you're going to be able to create it. It's impossible. So what does it feel like? And that's like, you hear about people that like, oh, I went from nothing and I created this. I went from here and now I'm here. People tell those stories all the time. The reason they were able to do it is because they could feel the essence of what they want. They felt successful even though they didn't have it, right? And so it might be like, what does it feel like to have a job that I love, that pays me well. So what does that feel like? So that's taking the first step of seeing it, and then coupling that with the feeling of it. So you see this job, you see this amazing thing. And then step number 2 is you ask yourself, what would it feel like? Like literally, what would it feel like? Or you rephrase it. What does wealth feel like in my body? What does love, if you want to attract love, what does love feel like in my body? Because what happens is people want to manifest their soulmate, but all they're doing is focusing on the fact that they don't have what they want. So if you reverse that, you said, what does love feel like in my body? Like literally right now, close your eyes right now and say to yourself, what does love, and if you're driving, obviously do not close your eyes. And ask yourself, what does love feel like? What does it feel like in your body right now? Literally, what does love feel like? And what you're doing is, your subconscious is a feeling mind. So what that means is your conscious mind is your rational mind. So your conscious mind is like, well, it wants to describe it. It would feel very nice. It would feel this. It would feel that. It wants to use details to describe it. But your subconscious mind is your feeling mind. It's your emotional mind. And your subconscious mind controls 95% of your life. So your subconscious mind is responding to your feeling. So in order to make visualization work and for it to turn into your reality, you have to feel the essence of it. So you ask yourself, what does this feel like, to tap into the subconscious? And then you can start to use that. The more you're feeling it, and the more you're feeling the essence of what you want, whether it's love, whether it's abundance, whether it's freedom. And by all means, you can do that. You know, Viktor Frankl, who survived Auschwitz in Nazi Germany, he wrote a book about that. He wrote a book about no one can take away your inner world. And regardless of what's happening outside of you, no one can make you think what you don't want to think. He was able to tap into feeling the spirit of freedom within himself. And if he could do that, by all means, you could feel whatever it is that you want before it happened. But the first thing is you got to stop telling yourself it's impossible. And then step number 3 is let it go. You have to not be afraid to let it go. Like what happens is we get attached to thinking that if I don't have this thing, I'm not going to be okay. And what you're really doing is you're vibrating, you're broadcasting a signal of I'm not good enough, I'm not complete, I need this external thing. You're not vibrating in harmony with what you want. You're doing the opposite. And so what happens is we're afraid to let go for the perfection of the universe to go through. We're afraid to live into the reality of what we want because we forget that there's a higher power that we're working with in our lives. So what happens is we visualize, we feel it, we do that, and then we come back into reality, into where you are now, and then we think I gotta work so hard, I gotta do all these things, and I gotta make... That's how I was when I first met my now wife. The first night she slept over, I informed her I was going to be waking up at, I think it was 3:30 in the morning, and I was going to start working. I'd wake up at between 3 and 4, every single day, and I would just work all day. And I didn't even have the life that I wanted. And I don't even know what I was even doing. But I thought that if I worked hard enough, everything would bend to my will. And I didn't understand that I was offering an energy of resistance. So comment down below, I accept the perfection of the universe. Comment that down below. I accept the perfection of the universe. Comment that down below. And what I mean by that is you have to accept that we live in a perfect universe. You have to accept that you're good enough already. And you don't need to work exceptionally hard to prove that you're good enough. You don't need a certain external thing to get the validation or the feelings of freedom that you desire. It's all within yourself. So comment that down below. It's all within myself. So this is 3 steps that I use to be here. My dream has always been I want to just do amazing, epic, by myself work retreats, no distractions, no internet, and I can just like meditate and work, and like I always imagine this. It makes me so grateful to be here, and it started with these 3 steps. So to amplify that, make sure that you demo the Second Mind down below. It's the Second Mind. It's our software we designed to rewire the brain. You know, the brain is habitually wired in a certain way. In neuroscience, it's called Hebb's Law. It says that brain cells that fire together wire together. So what that means is that our belief systems, our thought patterns, our reality that may not be what we want has been wired into the actual neurocircuitry of our brain, and we need to rewire it if we want to create what we want. So it's thesecondmind.com. You can demo it for free. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification right over there. Even if you already subscribed, double check that you've actually hit the bell notification, because that's what notifies you for new videos. Comment down below, see it, believe it, receive it. Comment that down below. See it, believe it, receive it. Get that ingrained in your mind that that's like the mathematical way reality works. See it, believe it, receive it. Comment it down below. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.